Don't be no 30, 35-year-old single black woman and go to the family reunion.
So I already kind of stitched this. So please go back to my profile and see the last video I posted. Basically, I posted a video of a performance of a poem I did called Avoiding the Label. And in Avoiding the Label, pretty much it was me being frustrated with being single. But out of frustration, sometimes as women, we find ourselves, and sometimes men too, we find ourselves being with someone not because God called us to be with this person, but because we feel the pressures of being single. How many of us have gone home? And I'll admit, true story, I have had family members who kind of pressured me, like, who are you dating and why we haven't gotten to save the invitation. The sides of the family know who they are. It's either my mom's side or my dad's side. Y'all know which side it is. So it is like you feel this pressure to be with someone, and it's like, for what? To fulfill what? Like, I can't find fulfillment myself. I have to be married to someone. And there's so much more I want to say to that, but I'm not going to do that because that's putting some people's, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But the point I'm trying to make is then as I perform the poem more, because at first it started off in A Queen's Heart. That's my first poetry anthology. So it started off with um, I'm sitting across from him and he's sitting across from me. That wasn't the exact line, but it was something. In that moment, my lips want to utter something I should feel for another, however entangled in my emotions. I can't admit this sentiment is genuine. Reality is not existent. Yet in this moment, I am creating and molding and saying to fit what was never meant to be. Casually, I let the music play, the same tune you hear in the movies, the love stories. We belong together. And then I just go into from there how families question you and wonder why you come to another wedding without a plus one. Then it turned into over time, and I don't know where I came up with this, but I snatched it on, and that's when I readapted it and put it in Confessions. And literally, I went to how it's not just the Christian, and I never looked at it as the Christian standpoint, and that was the reason why it was the way it was. I went back to fairy tales because when you think about fairy tales always look at the it's always someone coming to save Snow White. Then I thought about the games that we would play as kids, how we would play MASH and was always involving a husband, how we would shake an 8 ball and say, should I marry such and such? Like we were so fixated on marriage as young girls. Why? Why? So I go deeper into that in the poem Confessions. I'll admit makes the poem a whole lot longer, but I had to explore that. But one thing I never said, I said without saying, the church plays a part into this. The church plays a part in the reason why. And when I say the church, I don't mean Jesus Christ on the rock church as it is written in the Bible. I'm talking about really what Kirk Franklin said, the Western Christianity culture who has taken some things from the Bible and morphed it to their own definition and not following what is laid out in the Bible. So, and when I say that, certain people in the church, let me say that, have made it seem like if you are not married by a certain age, and they always do this with women, not men, mostly women, and it's like something is wrong with you, and we got to get out of that. We got to.